You a question. When you hear these stories of these people that are doing it in record-breaking time, do these stories inspire you or do they tick you off? Yeah, I said it. Do they tick you off or do they inspire you? Either way, it's good, right? Either way, it's good. So this is Motivational Monday, not take it easy Tuesday. So I've heard some people say, hey, you know what? When I see people that have big success, it's because they brought a big team with them from another organization. And that's the reason they see that. And I can't do that. Okay. Well, let me ask you this question, and I'll ask myself the same question. If you were with a different company and a different organization and you had a great team that you built and you heard about LifeWave and the opportunity and this awesome technology, would you bring that entire team with you if you could? Of course, and so would I in a second, right? In a heartbeat. But what I want, let's go back in time here and let's go back 3 years ago or 5 years ago and talk about that same person or that same couple. Where are they? Who are they 5 years ago? They're you. They're me, right? They're trying to figure out why are there people that are blowing up a business and I'm just starting. How do I do this? I'll never be that. But they put that aside and they said, you know what? How did they do it? What are the tools? I'm going to run after this and I'm going to crush it. So I love it, and so if that's you, if that's me, I'm talking to you today. So if you're the person out there that feels, hey, this can't happen for me, this Motivational Monday message is for you. So I want to share my journey, if I may. At the earlier thing, I kind of talked a little bit about my story, but I've never seen success in this industry. Ever. I've played a little bit in here, really just for a couple different products, maybe got a little bit of my product for free on a couple of things, but never made any money at all. In fact, when this opportunity was presented to me back in April of last year, I said no. In fact, I think I told Greg to kick rocks, but I said no because I'm a busy executive, right? And what I was thinking in my head was time is money. Right. And for me, when I tried some other companies before for a few months or things like that, didn't give a lot of effort, but if I put 5 hours in or 10 hours a week or 15 and didn't get anything out of it, then I knew that, well, time is money. So if I'm going to put time into this and I know that I don't have a track record of doing this, I'm not going to be involved with something like this. So I said no. And I'll never forget, Greg said, Josh, you're going to get an experience with this and you're going to want to share this. And I said, if I get results, then I will. And he said, I'll never forget it. He said, Josh, don't wait for your testimony. Use mine. Use the people in our upline. And I tell you, if there's one mistake that I made with this LifeWave business, it was not listening to Greg when he said that, because it is such a true statement, right? I waited for mine instead of utilizing his or somebody else's. And the challenge with that is the fact that I know Greg, I trusted Greg, so I said yes to Greg, not to this product, right? And so people would say yes to you as well because you're excited about something as well. So I would encourage you, share it as soon as you get this. So I trusted Greg, and he's a friend of mine. So I got my results, and one conversation changed my world. It absolutely changed my world. I got my results, and I didn't share it right away. I got my results. I was excited about it, but I didn't go out and share it with the neighbors, with the world. But I had a little while later, I had a phone call. I was sitting in a Panera Bread enjoying my lunch, and a buddy of mine here in St. Louis called me up, and he said, Josh, what do you got going on? What's new with you? What's new in your life? And I was just chit-chatting for a little bit about family and life. And he said, anything new in your world? That's it. And kind of as a joke, I said, well, I'm using this sticker that's supposed to activate my stem cells, and it's helping my knee not have issues anymore. He's like, seriously? I'm like, yeah. He said, how does that work? I said, heck if I know. He said, do you have any information on it? I said, yeah, I think so. I looked at my phone and I found this website. This is at info.com that Greg gave me. Sent it over to Chris. I said, here you go. I get a phone call back from him a couple hours later. He's like, Josh, this looks great. He goes, is there a business associated with it? I said, I think so. And I said, Greg said there was. And he goes, how does that work? I said, heck if I know. So I said, here's Greg's number. So he calls Greg. Greg calls me back later on that night. He said, hey, your buddy Chris loved this thing. He got in the business as a diamond. And, it used to be called a diamond. I said, is that good? I don't know what a diamond is. Is that a good thing? He said, yeah, that's a good thing. And then I shared it with another person, and then I shared it with another person, and they both, all three of them got in and started seeing results. And then on July 1st of last year, and so I took my time, right, messing around with this, but on July 1st, I called Greg and said, Greg, I want to do this business. What do I need to do? And he pointed me to thisisitteam.com. He said, Josh, we need to follow the greatness of the people before us, and we need to do exactly what they did. So I committed to Greg. I said, I'm not going to get in this and go slow. You have my commitment to run, and I am not slowing down. We are going to go after this. And sure enough, 12 months later, from July 1st last year to July 1st this year, we hit presidential director with over 2,000 people in our organization, and zero experience making any money or building any teams, and have built just an incredible family with this, and absolutely love these guys. But a few nuggets along the way that I wanted to share with you. Number one, first thing is I gave this business to God. Whether that's something that's in your world or not, I gave this business to God because it helped me in such a big way. Because if you're in a situation where you're just fighting with people all the time to come in, but you ask God to open the right doors for you, He will. Right? He's going to open the right doors that people you don't know, people are going to reach out to you, is incredible. The side effect on that, which I thought was also pretty inspirational, was when somebody was being negative to me, I didn't get all bent out of shape. I'm like, why am I going to try to convince this person to get in business with me if I ask God to put the right people and they're fighting me? I'm moving on. I want to go on vacations with fun people anyway. So the next thing is say yes to your team. Every opportunity that your team, somebody on your team that you put into the business, onto this technology, says, Josh, can you do this? Sam, can you do this? Betty, can you do this? The answer is yes. Let's figure out a time. Say yes to them whenever you possibly can. Appreciate your team. You've got to turn this into a family. Love these people. I absolutely do. Make sure your calendar matches your dreams. Right? I was sharing this with a lady earlier today. Right, so don't look at the money, the financial side that you're going to be making over the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. It'll come, but if you look at your calendar only and say, hey, I want to build my calendar and show that I am active in this business, planting seeds, watch what happens on month 2, month 3, month 4, month 12. You can't stop the business if you wanted to at this point. The pro strategy, obviously, patch, revisit, follow up. It is no more difficult than that alone. Get to all the meetings that you possibly can. These meetings on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the Saturday trainings, get your team to them. The people that share, that promote the most. Steve talks about it all the time, right? The people that promote the most build the biggest businesses here. And then desire your team to have a success, if not as much, more than your own success, right? If your desire is to shed the light off of yourself and put it on your team and have them blow up more than you, it will be absolute gold in your world. So I would encourage you to do that. And then the last thing on this one, and I'm going to give you a couple different slides here, is don't stop. Literally, the only way that you are not successful in this business is if you don't do this business. So I would encourage you, you're going to hit some bumps and bruises along the way. Who cares? You see what it looks like a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now. I love how some of the leadership team says, do now in 3 years what you're going to do in your job in 40, right? That I can't tell you enough on how much that is true. So I want to share a couple motivational slides here with you, and I chose some that are really have to do with how to be successful in LifeWave, even if you haven't seen success before. So the first one. You're never too old to set another goal or dream or a new dream. C.S. Lewis. So whether your last venture was a wild success, let's say a learning experience, LifeWave is your fresh start. You've got the tools now to make the best chapter yet. There's no expiration on success, and today is your day, so go for it. The next one, setting goals is the first step in turning the invisible into visible. Tony Robbins. Just like the X39 patch works behind the scenes to rejuvenate your cells, your goals will work behind the scenes to create a thriving business. So it's time to take on your dream and make it real, one step at a time. The only limit to your realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin Roosevelt. Let's be honest, doubt is like that one party, or the one guest at the party that just won't leave. But here's the deal. Steve and Gina didn't let doubt stop them, and neither should you, even when it's that little voice whispering, but can I really do this? Just tell it, it's got my LifeWave patch on it, and that's my plan, so let's roll. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Abraham Lincoln. Success isn't something you sit around and wait for, like the perfect wave. It's built. You've got the tools. Think of LifeWave as your power drill. But you've got to start building. The best part, you don't need to do it all at once, just one conversation at a time. All of our dreams come true if we have the courage to pursue them, Walt Disney. Walt Disney didn't stop after his first flop, and neither should you. Your business might feel small at first, but with courage and persistence, it'll grow. Remember that even Mickey Mouse really started off as an idea, and look where he ended. Dreams are not what you see in sleep. They are things that don't let you sleep. I love that one. That has kept me up for a number of nights, and I love it. Have you ever stayed up thinking of new ways to grow your team? Great. Success isn't about sleeping through the night. It's about building something that excites you so much that you can't stop thinking about it. But don't worry, with X39, you'll recover from those late nights in no time. The only way to achieve the impossible is to believe it is possible. Charles Kingsley. If you believe stem cells can be activated with the patch, and here we are doing just that, then you better believe that you can hit the next rank, build a massive team, and change some lives. The impossible is only impossible unless someone does it. Why not you, right? You think about the 4-minute mile, right? You guys all heard that story. Nobody could do it. One person does it. Now thousands of people have done it. Life is short, fragile, and does not wait for anyone. Josh Holdaway. Well, okay, it said anonymous, so I'm just going to steal it. It's Josh Holdaway now. I get it. You might be waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect conditions. Spoiler alert, it is never coming. Steve and Gina did not wait for the stars to align. They jumped in. So stop waiting and start building. You have got this. If you want something that you've never had, you must be willing to do something that you've never done. Thomas Jefferson. Comfort zones are cozy, but nothing grows there. Haven't done a Zoom call yet? Time to hit record. Haven't spoken to that potential recruit? Grab the phone. Worst case scenario, you'll have a funny story to share at the end of your meeting. The only thing between you and your goal is the story you keep telling yourself as to why you can't achieve it. Jordan Belfort. We've all got a list of reasons of why not today. But excuses didn't get Steve and Gina to where they are, and they won't get you there either. Toss out the excuses, pick up the phone, and start rewriting your story. A year from now, you may wish you had started today. Karen Lane. Picture yourself a year from now, on stage, crushing it at a LifeWave event. Now picture yourself regretting that you didn't take action today. Be future you's hero and start today. Don't be pushed by your problems. Be led by your dreams. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Sure, there are hiccups. Your internet might crash mid-presentation, like mine almost did earlier today. You spill coffee on your LifeWave brochure. Don't ask me how I know that one. But these are just speed bumps. Keep your eyes on the prize. Your dreams are leading the way. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you've imagined. Henry David Thoreau. The life you want is out there. Financial freedom, health, and the team that's growing faster than you can keep up. It's all possible, so walk towards it confidently. Trip along the way, no problem. Just call it a dance move. And your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. I love that one. Jim Rohn. Steve and Gina didn't get to the top by waiting around for luck to show up. They took action, they made change, and now they're leading the way. So stop waiting for the lucky break. Start making those changes today. And one more by Walt Disney here is the way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Walt Disney. It's easy to talk about what you want to do, but it's way more fun to look back and say, I did that. Less talk, more action. It's time to get moving. And one last one, just do it. Nike and Steve Merritt. I think those people on here that that have been on Steve Merritt's call, you can hear him say it. Just do it. Just do it. That's Steve Merritt. Just do it. So I want to leave you guys with this here. Is Steve and Gina did not hope for success. They created it. They didn't sit around waiting for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity. They jumped in with both feet, trusted the process, and here they are showing all of us what's possible. You're in the right place with the right people and the right tools. Now it's up to you, it's up to me to start today, believe in yourself, and who knows, maybe you'll be the next Steve and Gina Merritt inspiring the rest of us. Thanks, guys.